Hello and welcome to the 2026 Spring Split of the ECL podcast. We've finally got people to come and talk, which is wonderful, wonderful. Now, joining me tonight to cover the preview for the knockout stage is, of course, Poopswag, our reliable motor mouth, and also my captain, who, before we begin, I have been given a script that I must read out, or he will trade me for one of the French team players, and I don't think it's one of the good ones. God AD, carrier of scrubs, ruler of bot lane, endless charity towards my dogshit team who couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat, owner, destroyer, kill your main and take your bitch, Dixon.
Hi, thanks for the introduction.
I mean, I've been working on it. I've been really trying hard. Trust me.
I trust you. You'll make it to next game, don't worry.
Thank God. Thank God. Poopswag, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
We've had a really bumpy ride to get there, but we have finally reached the knockout stage. But on your screen right now is the final standings. First, with an 8-2 record, 4 of those games which have been forfeits, is Exile Buns. They will be going against Make France Great Again, who finished with a 2-8. But never fear, they may have an ace up their sleeve. Second is Nyonyo Power, who ended on a 7-3. Of course, they did have a 0-2 forfeit loss. That could have been 9-1, but they will be second, and they're going against Zycope and Friends. And then finally, as I've been instructed to say, the greatest team, thanks to me, Dixon, Master AD, Bean and Your Mum versus that Flamingos. And you can see here the knockout stage. So how this works is quite simple. The highest seed winner goes straight to the finals. So, for example, if Exile Buns do beat Make France Great Again, they go straight to the finals. And then the next 2 games will be decided who goes into the semis. Poopswag, how are you feeling about your matchup against Nyonyo Power?
I thought that was the team I was going to meet in the finals, I'm not going to lie. But some things happened. That was totally not my fault and all because of the admins. So now I'm going against the Chinese team, which should have been my finals matchup in the first round. So it's going to be a banger game or it's going to be very boring. Nothing in between.
Now, you and Zeus have requested that it turned into a best of 5 rather than the BO3. Why is that?
Because I requested BO5 because I know their team has very limited champ pools, you know. For instance, Shudian, he's only good at like Hui and Silas, nothing really else. Same as a Doc, he's not that good. He doesn't have really a wide champ pool. Zeus doesn't have any champ he's good at, so he's not even an OTP. He's just bad at the game. So that's why I want to make it a BO5 because let's just say if we don't win in the first 2 games, the next 3 games they're gonna be champless. They'll have to learn some new champs to play against us.
Interesting take there, considering that you did go 0-2 against them in the group stage.
Well, that's because they had their OP jungler, but then now he got exposed. We all exposed him for not being the rank that he was, so now he's kicked from the tournament. And now they have that really dog shit jungle in their new team that we all saw that somehow lost to Dixon's bum-ass team.
Hey. Speaking of which, Dixon, Nyonyo Power versus Zycope and Friends, what do you think about this matchup and these 2 teams?
I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty boring to watch. Just waiting for Poopswag to run it down again, or either Zeus just to send it. One of them's going to ruin it for their teams. We're just watching for that.
So it's just a case of who ints first.
Yes, from all the games we've seen so far, that's always been.
There has been quite a lot of inting, I will have to say, considering you are the defending champion, and the biggest story about your team, Poopswag, is that the person it's named after is no longer on the team. Are you just called And Friends? What is this?
No, we're gonna be rebranded as Zycope and Enemies.
And Enemies, holy hell. But could you please tell us what the hell happened there? Why is Zycope, our beloved Zycope,
It's
most
'cause-
improved player, not here?
Because one day he was playing in-house. I think he locked in something like Yorick Jungle, and he got brutally rage baited by Dixon. That made him spiral down an unfortunate series of events, which led to him leaving our team, or one could say me kicking him from our team. We wanted him to focus on his mental health more. But TLDR, it was Dixon's fault.
Dixon, any word to that?
You're welcome.
The game that is going to pretty much decide the winner, in my opinion, is the Bean in Your Mum Flamingos game. Dixon, how are we going to win this game?
By playing and winning and not inting like poop.
Have fun 1v2ing your lane, by the way, Dixon, because I heard you don't have a support. So, you might be disqualified before you even play the game. Find yourself a support, buddy.
You're one of the many without good ears, so you'll see.
It has been confirmed that our support, Lunaris, has decided to take leave as well, but we have multiple players who can fill that position. At the beginning of the tournament, no one knew who was going anywhere, man, so I'm feeling good about this. Is there anything you're worried about on the Flamingo side, Dixon?
Well, we went 1-for-1 against them last time. And I think the reason that we went and lost the first game is because we underestimated Flan's aggro. And he did play quite well in that first game. In the second game he played quite well too, but we didn't quite fall into the trap of his aggressiveness. So we know that's all we have to watch out for. We don't play into him. Let him run into towers like he has done every game and it'll be fine.
The reason why you lost game 1 is because your ADC doesn't know how to play the ADC position. He is quite handless. His ADC has no hands. He needs to stick on the Brand, the Swain. For he was getting gapped by Pranamta. He was getting his ass kicked in. And Jack, my ADC now, made him his son. It might just be bot lane diff from that game.
Might well be, and again, one story of many. Picking up Jack for your team, despite the rumours that he is a little bit of a disruptive influence on his teams. So why did you take that risk?
I'm not gonna lie, I just saw his hands. He was like pretty good mechanically. After the first tournament, we can deal with different characters. I don't think he's that bad. Cookie was leaving, so we had to get someone. But I'm quite happy with how he's been and how he's performing.
Being in Your Mum Flamingos. Anything you want to mention about these two teams?
Being in Your Mom, I don't know if they have any good players there. They're pretty weak in all roles. They have a okay top laner, but I'm only saying that because he's in the call with me right now.
Hello.
They have a okay jungler. I'm only saying that.
MVP Pylon, who took
their ADC, their mid and ADC, Dumb and Dumber, bro. Joe and was it Dixon? Yeah, they're two very emotional players. Whenever I play with Joe, he's always crying about the matchup mid lane, crying for jungle ganks. Not very high IQ level players, let's just say, with all due respect.
I do think that you have overstated it a little bit. And besides, we've seen you in the IRL's in-house. You wouldn't say boo to a goose.
During the IRL in-house, when I met this whole person, I shook his hands and his hands were shaking. And after I shook his hands, he had to excuse himself into the bathroom. He was holding the back of his pants while running to the bathroom. I don't know what happened, but we can leave it up to assumption.
This little son, he looks like the baby SpongeBob. Genuinely.
No, I would say I look more like a mixture of John Cena, Chris Evans, Captain America.
Chris Evans. Now, the final game is between Exile Buns, who's got, again, 2 walkover wins, and Make France Great Again. But the big news for the French team, not all hope is lost as of this moment, because there are trades going on. Aurelian, mad 'cause bad, is back, and he is in the French team going into that jungle position. And with that has resulted in the most chaotic days that we've seen in the ECL, with everyone trying to get his signature. Unfortunately, he is not able to join us today and speak on his situation, but he was quoted as saying, "The amount of interest I'm getting, my ass could buy me a new jet." I'll throw it to you first, Dixon. These two teams, who do you think is going to take it?
Oh, well, Exile Buns did lose to New Power. They did go 1-for-1 with us. And then now Aurelian's coming in to take over the most tilted team that we have in this series. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can wrangle them together and take over the 4-3 win team.
I've actually made a trade, and that'll be sending Aurelian to my team. So get your facts right, buddy.
Well, this is breaking news. This is breaking news. Like we said, trades are going on. This is the only day that trades can be made. They don't want to drag it out because games will be starting very, very soon. But yes, a lot of people are going after Aurelian back in China, and he's here to work. Exile Buns versus Make France Great Again. Who do you think's going to take that one?
I really don't care. Those two teams really don't interest me.
Wow. I think apathy is probably the worst feeling to have, if you're going to say it that way.
I think Exile Buns is like shit under a boot, you know? You just like step on it and then you don't like think about it that much afterwards.
Well, I feel like I have to preface why the hostility is there. Like I did say in the earlier chat, Exile Buns did get 2 forfeit wins. One of them was over Psychope and Friends. Poopswag, I will give you the floor to explain what happened and why they did get that forfeit, if you would be able to do so.
Well, you know, they were brutally getting destroyed by us as per usual, and then they felt my aura, and then Exile was like, I can't handle this guy top lane, please, DC, ADC, and it's like, okay, and then they disconnected so they can remake the game because Exile could not handle my set. And then my team did go to the chat, say some things, which I don't think were wrong, but them going to the chat might have been too far. And then Doolittle got threatened by my mid lane's masculinity and decided to flame my mid lane, which I don't really mind because Doolittle's not very intimidating league-wise. I would never say that to him in person.
Because he's 2 heads taller than you.
2 heads taller than me and 4 bodies wider than me, bro. I'm gonna get destroyed.
Do you agree with this interpretation of events, Dixon?
Hell nah.
What have you heard?
They were being babies. But it's fine because they have the youngest captain. I guess it's the youngest team too. People have problems. They might need to restart their computers. They might crash DC, whatever. They had a massive 300 gold deficit, but apparently that secured them the game and it was enough to carry the win. So I can see why they got upset. It was 300 at 2 minutes.
300 at 2 minutes is a lot, bro. That's 1 minute of gameplay. That's only
Yeah,
1
when
minute of gameplay.
2 lanes were about to collect their
If we're
waves
doing
and
the
make it
math
bang
here,
on
that means
even.
at 10 minutes, we're going to have a 3,000 gold deficit.
True. Yes, good math.
My apologies.
It's nice to see that the emotionally unstable team just couldn't handle a small remake, you know. So they can do them. I would have let them remake and won it anyway.
I've actually gotten a message from Dixon's own team. I'm not going to name the member, but told me that when I played my Mundo game 1 against Dixon and I one-shot him, he soiled his pants after that.
Well, I don't know where this has come from. We don't want to spread rumors, especially when I don't want to talk about the punishments that we have to deal with if we lose games. It's scary.
You know, fair nice, buddy.
And I heard Dixon is now confident against our team because he's bought 2 packs of diapers for himself just in case something happens like that again. So he doesn't have to DC for a minute and change himself, you know?
I really hope that this is just rumors. I'm not going to speak to anything, but you've heard it here. Who do you think is going to win each game?
We will destroy Zeus's team because Zeus has never beat me top lane. He never will. And Shidian is scared of me.
Bean and Your Mum or Flamingos, who do you think is going to win that game?
I hope Flamingos win because I don't like Bean and Your Mom. That's it.
Dixon, I'm going to ask you for the same thing. Who do you think is going to win between EB and Make France Great Again?
Yeah, I'll go with apparently Exile Buns on that one. The French team is just a bit too over the place.
Right, they will go into the finals and then Nyo versus Zycope and Friends.
That's easily Nyo power. Easily.
I may be on Zycopian Friends team, but don't you forget Zeus and Shidian are on New Power. So reconsider that decision.
I mean, it's still them. The 2nd seed or the 5th seed losers? Oof, I know who I'm picking.
That would mean that we would be facing Nyo in the semis. I'm not going to ask you who's going to win that because we both know.
Correct.
Nevertheless, we have our knockout stages. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to tell you right now, the first game will hopefully be Friday night. Bean and Your Mum versus Flamingos. We are still waiting for confirmation on that. If not, it will be on the Saturday. The other 4 teams, please make sure that you schedule games as soon as possible. We want to see these games. We want to crown an inaugural spring champion. Thank you very much to Poopswag for joining me. Any final thoughts?
Dixon's team is an admin abusing team. They're all noobs. They're going to lose in the first round 0-2.
Dixon, final thoughts?
Put bad. Worst captain. He's going to lose.
You can see a lot of animosity here. But that's what we want to hear. Thank you very much,
animosity,
everyone.
it's facts.
It's facts.
Facts.
You know what? I agree. It is fact. BIY is going to take it all. You heard it here first. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you soon.